What if the most infamous hauntings in history aren't what they seem? Today, we're stepping into the shadowy corners of paranormal history, places where fact and fiction blur. From the chilling Amityville Horror to the chaotic Enfield Poltergeist, these stories have captivated imaginations, sparked debates, and shaped how we think about the paranormal. In this video, we'll revisit these famous cases, examine the evidence, and explore the cultural impact that they've left behind. Let's start with one of the most infamous cases of all time, the Amityville Horror. In 1974, tragedy struck when Ronald DeFeo Jr. murdered 6 members of his family in their home in Amityville, New York. A year later, the Lutz family moved in, and that's where the legend began. The Lutz family claimed that they experienced doors slamming shut on their own, cold spots appearing out of nowhere, disembodied voices and ghostly apparitions, and yes, even green slime oozing from the walls and a demonic pig named Jody. Skeptics argue that the entire story was a hoax, fabricated for fame and fortune. But whether it was a hoax or a genuine haunting, the case became a cultural phenomenon. It inspired books, movies, and an enduring fascination with haunted houses. Was it all simply a clever deception, or was something truly sinister lurking within those walls? Whatever the case, Amityville remains a powerful symbol of how trauma and tragedy can fuel lasting legends. Next, we head to Enfield, England in the late 1970s, where the Hodgson family reported terrifying activity in their home. Among their claims, furniture moving on its own, loud knocking sounds echoing through the walls, and perhaps most famously, 11-year-old Janet speaking in a deep, gravelly voice, what some believed was a spirit channeling through her. Paranormal investigators Maurice Gross and Guy Lyon Playfair documented the case extensively, convinced that much of it was genuine. But skeptics caught Janet faking some events, casting doubt on the entire story. Was this a real encounter with the paranormal, or a product of a family under stress, simply seeking attention? Even with its controversies, the Enfield Poltergeist has become one of the most debated hauntings in history, inspiring films like The Conjuring 2 and captivating audiences worldwide. Both cases produced intriguing evidence. In Amityville, investigators captured eerie photographs and strange recordings. In Enfield, researchers documented dozens of unexplained sounds and voices, but skeptics point out that the evidence is far from definitive. Could the Amityville phenomena have been staged? And were the Enfield events psychological stress or elaborate pranks? These cases remind us that physical evidence, no matter how compelling, rarely tells the whole story. Beyond the evidence, both cases left a lasting legacy. Amityville turned the haunted house into a pop culture icon, inspiring countless movies, books, and urban legends. Enfield brought a deeply human element to the paranormal, highlighting the struggles of a family in turmoil. Together, these hauntings shaped modern paranormal investigations, teaching us to consider not just the activity, but the emotional and cultural context behind it. So what can we learn from cases like these? Well, the first would be that critical thinking is key. Stay curious, but skeptical. It's the best approach to any investigation. Number 2, the human element matters. Fear, tragedy, and imagination often shape how we perceive hauntings. Number 3, the truth is rarely simple. In the paranormal world, reality and perception are often very much intertwined. The big question, though, is, was the Amityville Horror and the Enfield Poltergeist just ghost stories, or reflections of our collective fascination with the unknown? So what do you think? Were these genuine encounters with the paranormal, or are they stories shaped by fear, imagination, and circumstance? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your perspective. If you've enjoyed this dive into paranormal history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching, and as always, see you on the creepy side.